These games are ranked by PlayScore, a standard rating that averages gamer and critic reviews. First on the list is Little Nightmares. Tarsier Studios' enigmatic puzzle platformer is more than just visual flair. One of this year's finest looking horror games, taking you on a tour of a tantalizingly grotesque world of Maw. Step into the shoes of the Six, wearing her trademark yellow raincoat as she makes her daring escape from the twisted shackles of the gigantic realm. Help her traverse the dangerous paths in captivating side-scrolling fashion and steal yourself through the horrors that lie in wait. The atmosphere is deeply thrilling. Navigate the hair-raising cat-and-mouse scenarios and take each careful step to avoid a monstrous confrontation. With its ominous sound design forming the background of each scene, it never fails to keep the adrenaline pumping. As short as it is, this indie platformer delivers the excitement in every minute. Nightmarishly brilliant, it has a PlayScore of 8.46. Number 9 is Prey. Bethesda ran through some troubles in the run-up to its release, but Arcane Studios has finally brought their latest action RPG out of development hell. Set in a timeline where the JFK assassination never happened, Prey takes you out of America's fertile lands and into the alien-infested halls of Talos 1. Go on an adventure around the isolating space station as you step into the shoes of researcher Morgan Yu. Caught in a spiral of madness, use your Typhon-gifted mind-bending skills to fight against the alien threat and escape the derelict ship. A reimagining of the classic title, it retains many of the original's features, particularly its eerie atmosphere. Roam around a science fiction digital playground and bask in this visually satisfying game. Coming from their Dishonored success, Arcane Studios has wowed us once again with this stunning FPS. It has a PlayScore of 8.53. Number 8 is Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen. Another action RPG for the books. Capcom dives headfirst into the world of fantasy with their surprise hit. But to culminate all their successes into one ultimate package, Dark Arisen comes forth to bring all the exciting content into one neatly wrapped gift. This expansion/re-release packs everything you need to experience their world in full, from new quest lines to additional equipment to all of its DLCs. Return to Bitterback Isle and immerse yourself in the delights of their gritty, gorgeous open world. Explore along with your dedicated AI companions and partake in the gruesome kills using the game's dynamic combat system. Its action-adventure taken to the next level, placing you in the darkest dungeons and pitting you against the dark forces of the realm. A living and breathing world made even better, it has a PlayScore of 8.65. Number 7 is Resident Evil 7: Biohazard. Looks like it's Capcom's year on the Xbox consoles with this second entry to our list. Reviving their flagship horror title after a 4-year hiatus, this 7th game marked the series' refreshing return to horror. With a few slight changes to their formula, the Resident Evil 7 provided a new chapter to the series that felt new and familiar. Shifting from the usual third-person camera, their switch to the first-person perspective was a welcome change, putting us all face-to-face with the demons we had to conquer. Set in Dulvey, Louisiana, follow Ethan as he goes in search for his missing wife and ends up in the hospitality of the psychotic Baker family. Demented and hungry for blood, make your way out of the murder manor by solving the puzzles of their ghastly environment. Criticized for their lackluster monster varieties, this latest installment still sets the bar for the franchise's future. It has a PlayScore of 8.66. Number 6 is Assassin's Creed Origins, the latest installment to Ubisoft's historical action-adventure series. While many have speculated over the decline of the franchise, it looks like they're stepping up to make history with history. Highlighting one of the key periods of our entire civilization, Origins is without a doubt one of their biggest productions yet. Set in ancient Egypt, we follow the life of assassin Bayek as he lives in the shadows to eliminate the city's threats. With him and his pet eagle, Senu, we finally get a glimpse of the events that shaped the Assassin Brotherhood as we know it. Taking their open world game to the next level, not only do they improve on their trademark combat mechanics, their visuals are also at its peak, immersing us in the everyday lives of our desert ancestors. Explore the breathtaking sights of an ancient world and take a dip into RPG territory with their brand new features. An ambitious latest installment, it receives a play score of 8.66. Number 5 is Hollow Knight. Team Cherry has its own Metroidvania adventure. Enter a world of ruin with a brave knight and his little sword. Follow his quest in Hollow Nest, a once thriving civilization of bugs, now barren and infested with evil. Descend into the ruined caves and witness a game that is unforgiving, yet clever. The combat is 100% tight, slick, and responsive. Whenever you die, it's always your fault. Use the game's unique soul system to unleash devastating powers to your enemies or regenerate your health. Maneuver to different locations and backtrack with the use of your abilities. Throughout your journey, face off against unique monsters that prove to be challenging. The game doesn't tell you what to do next, and that's what made it good. Enjoy its adorable yet dark art style set in a cruel world. Find out the dark origins of the Hollow Knight and survive a cascading gauntlet of difficulty spikes. It's an amazing game with hours and hours of content. It has a play score of 8.95. Number 4 is Injustice 2. With the high-flying punches and explosive finishes of the first Injustice title, NetherRealm Studios gives justice to heroes versus villain brawls with this impressive sequel. It was the title that ripped the very fabric of the comic book's moral cliches, letting you break lifelong alliances for the sake of momentary enjoyment. Good doesn't always triumph over evil in this universe, and it's sure as hell fun to watch. Put your comic book theories to the test in this vastly improved new title. Take a solitary dive into the single-player campaign to connect the dots between Batman's insurgency and Brainiac's arrival. Or head on over to online mode to show players around the globe the real meaning of being super. With a new loot dropping system, you can even customize your favorite superstars from head to toe. A title packed with an impressive roster, slick action, and a well-written story, it's probably the closest we could get to fighting game perfection. It has a play score of 8.78. Number 3 is Thimbleweed Park. A sequel to their equally hilarious Manic Mansion and The Secret of Monkey Island, Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick take us on a neo-noir mystery set in a gritty 1987, bringing in the signature 80s aesthetics not only in their pixel art style, but also in their themes. Tag along with the detective duo, Ray and Reyes, as they investigate a murder in the manner that blends Twin Peaks and X-Files into one comedic package. In classic point-and-click fashion, roam around the dark streets of the fictional town and extract crucial information from their dysfunctional citizens. It's a graphic adventure that lends itself to parody, offering equal parts compelling narratives and laugh-out-loud hilarity. Another graphic adventure success for the famous studio, it has a play score of 8.8. Number 2 is Cuphead. Studio MDHR breaks through the video game industry with this ambitious indie run-and-gun. After hurdling a tidal wave of obstacles, they've managed to create a viral sensation for both its imaginative visuals and controversial difficulty. Handcrafted to perfection, it oozes with charm and whimsy in every trying boss battle and platforming stage. Take a dive into their handcrafted 1930s-inspired settings and help their porcelain-headed brothers settle a risky deal with the devil. Knock on the doors of each hardy Inkwell Isle inhabitant and retrieve every missing soul contract. While it does lean towards some degree of frustration, Cuphead is unerringly addictive, letting you relive each mistake as you aim for that A+ rating. A deserving winner of multiple game awards, despite the many detractors, Cuphead is its own brand of subversive. It has a play score of 8.82. And here are the runners-up before we reveal the number 1. Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition. Venture into the expanded horizons of Eora and experience the game in full with new characters and new possibilities. It has a play score of 8.45. Dirt 4. Codemaster brings beauty to the world of rally games with a new Your stage and a collection of drool-worthy licensed cars. It has a play score of 8.44. Hitman. Step into the shoes of Agent 47 in this complete season collection of his stealth assassinations. It has a play score of 8.44. Rime, a third-person adventure puzzle game. Play as a quiet boy who washes upon a strange and mysterious island. It has a play score of 8.28. Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. A standalone DLC, this first-person stealth adventure takes you to the shoes of Billy Lurk on a quest for vengeance. It has a play score of 8.25. Bulletstorm: Full Clip Edition. As deadly as it is fun, bask in the ridiculous kills of this picture-perfect remaster. It has a play score of 8.24. Outlast 2. Return to horror in Red Barrel's demented follow-up set in a creepy village in Temple Gate. Survive an insane cult with a blood-curdling past. It has a play score of 8.23. Wolfenstein II: The New Colossus. Join the American resistance and blow up Nazi skulls in this dystopian FPS where the Nazis won World War II. It has a play score of 8.22. Gigantic. Time to get shooting in this free-to-play strategic shooter from indie studio Modiga. It has a play score of 8.2. Late Shift. Take a throwback to the FMVs of the 90s as you attempt to prove your innocence in this interactive movie. It has a play score of 8.2. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below. And the best Xbox One game this 2017 is Sonic Mania. Making a surprising finish this year, the iconic blue hedgehog zooms into the finish line with his trademark ring-collecting feats. A collection of Sonic's rich history, Sega flashes back to the classic days with his return to the 2D universe. Roll around the familiar corners of his pixel-perfect lands in this colorful remaster, packed with new and exciting surprises. With Dr. Robotnik up to his old tricks, it's up to Sonic and the gang to stop it before it's too late. Free from the limits of the old consoles, Sonic Mania brings new life to their renowned stages, running their HD graphics in today's standard 60 FPS. Sprinkling new tricks into the classics, rekindle the fire of his loop-filled stages with new bosses and brand new secrets to discover. A culmination of Sonic's best years brought to modernize, it's the best Xbox One title this year, and it has a play score of 9.11.